Joining us, though, right here to kick off hour number 2 in our studio here at Gather on Broadway in downtown Green Bay is none other than the WWE superstar and the man who just took down the main event in WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins back here, one of our favorites.
Thank you. Thank you. I am upset, however, you set me right here next to this Green Bay Packers helmet. In my beautiful blue and orange, I am disgusted. I'll be okay.
We are in Rome. You know,
I know.
Not Roma Dunze, but we're in figurative Rome, you know, like, come on, man. I mean, what am I going to do,
you know,
right?
This is the only time I have a little bit of respect for the Packers. When I come to this city, you can feel the aura, you can feel the vibe. You go down by Lambeau, I was there earlier today. It's a different energy, man. It's a special football city. What they've got here is unlike any other franchise in the entire NFL. It's the only time my heart warms a little, just a tiny bit. I'm like the Grinch when I come to Green Bay. Just a little, it grows one size, you know?
Last night, when the Bears chose last night, and the Bears logo showed up on the screen, and there were boos all over the place.
Yeah.
But then the commissioner mentioned, you know, the passing of Mongo, the great Mongo of the Chicago Bears, you know, and the crowd got quiet.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned Walter, because of Walter Payton Man of the Year, and the crowd was respectfully quiet.
Yes.
Then when the commissioner was done with that and says, and now with the 10th overall pick, and the boos started again.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a neat sort of what you kind of just said, right?
Yes, there's respect.
That their hearts de-iced appropriately.
Yes.
You know, with Steve McMichael's passing. And, you know, like that was a neat moment last night.
I mean,
but then they started booing again. Now we're back to hating each other.
As they should. And when I come out, please give it to me. Give me everything you've got.
That's tonight? We're doing this tonight?
Tonight I will be doing a pick for the Chicago Bears. You know, assuming they make a pick, who knows? You know, draft days are crazy. Trades can happen. But I'm being honored to do a pick tonight for the Chicago Bears. So I'm hoping when I get out on that stage, I get that good juju. But yeah, it's very cool. It's a very respectful rivalry. You know, obviously when it's time on the gridiron to go, they're fighting like dogs out there. But, I mean, with Steve McMichael, Walter Payton, I mean, there's respect. There's respect. So I dig that. I appreciate that, Green Bay. I do.
But tonight.
Tonight, give it all to me.
You're heel tonight.
Yeah, whatever you were saving up, you know, during that last night pick, give it all to me tonight. I can take it. I promise. I'll give it right back to you.
So do you have it planned, or you're just going to go from the gut? Like, what do you got planned?
You know, I got a few hours left to come up with some stuff. I don't know how hard I want to go either. You know, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, look, I'm going to push it a little bit for sure. I'm kind of deciding how far I want to push it, though. So we'll see. I got some things in mind. I'll line something up good. I promise I won't disappoint.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm a Michigan Wolverine.
Nice.
So I can attest to who your team chose last night in Colston Loveland.
Because I don't know a lot about Loveland. Did we get a baller?
You got a baller.
Nice.
You got one of the best Michigan Wolverines ever on offense.
Wow.
Certainly at the tight end position.
Okay.
He is really outstanding and going to be a new BFF for Caleb Williams.
I'm very excited to see what he can do. I know there's a lot of potential. So everybody asked me, what did you think of the pick? And I didn't really, he wasn't on my radar. I think Tyler Warren as a tight end was the guy that everybody was looking at. If he was there at 10, the Bears were probably going to take him. But I was shocked. And so when I, got the name Loveland, all right, I went back and looked. Picked up the pieces. A lot of potential there.
He's really great.
A ton of potential. I think he's going to be great with Ben Johnson and his scheme.
He'll be the Sam Laporta of the situation. Obviously they hit the crap out of the offensive line in the free agency period. And so that will be hopefully better for Caleb to
can't be worse,
to be better. And now that's definitely one way to look at it. And then Colston Loveland is really, really good. But again, I'm biased. He also knows how to win championships.
I like winners.
Well.
Yeah, I like winners. But, yeah, I mean, another weapon for Caleb, another weapon for Ben Johnson. Kid can block a little bit, too. So I'm really excited to see kind of what this offense looks like going into the season.
And plus, at least you got what you expected. You kind of wanted a tight end out of this draft. You got one, maybe
somewhere,
not the one maybe that you thought if Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland were on the board. So I'm here to cape for that. At least you're not the Miz.
Wow.
Come on.
And this is a real photograph that's been put out there. This is real because you confirmed. The Miz was on a plane last night, and this was the Miz when he learned that the Browns traded out and didn't take Travis Hunter. So this
Angelo Dawkins, who posted.
Oh, Dawkins, who's a Bengals
fan. Yes,
who got who he wanted. Very happy with his pick, I think. That's amazing. That's
so because I texted him. I'm like, is this a real photograph of you? And he wrote this back. If you can make this a little bigger on the screen right here, he wrote, yes, unfortunately. The entire plane was staring at me because I was bragging we were getting the best football player in the draft.
That's so Miz. That's so Browns. Oh, I love it. I love it. In all due respect, they got a nice little haul for the pick.
Did. And I'm a Michigan guy. They got Mason Graham, who is outstanding.
Yes. But it depends on, I mean, look, if you feel like Travis Hunter's a generational two-way player and a special guy, which I think a lot of people are hoping he can be, you know, then you trade back and get a very unsexy offensive lineman. You know, that, again, very, very Cleveland Brown.
But it's also, as you point out, so Miz for him to walk on a plane and announce to the plane, by the way, as we're all flying here, the Browns are about to get the best player in the draft.
That's
they trade him and somebody takes picture.
That's Mikey, baby. That's the Miz. God bless him. I love it. His confidence. But you know what? Today, there he is. I love the passenger. Like, this girl's going to go viral. Like,
Right?
She's alarmed by what she's seeing.
Everyone's wondering who she is right now.
She's not used to it. She's like, who is this nut job sitting next to me? Who is this psychopath? You can see it in her eyes. She is concerned for her own well-being and for his.
The amount of memes that are going to come up.
Oh, yeah. That's a future meme right there.
It's like, what?
Just
I love it.
I know the feeling, you know.
So Miz, so Brown, says Seth Rollins, and you're not wrong. That is in 4 words exactly that photograph.
Perfect. It sums it all up.
Seth Rollins here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, let's jump into WrestleMania.
Let's talk about it.
41.
Good night from me.
You could say that.
Good night for the fam, actually.
Yeah, yes,
I should say so. Yeah. So, how you feeling right now?
I feel great. I love it when a plan comes together.
Hey, Hannibal.
I told everybody what was going to happen, what should happen, and I am not a visionary for no reason. What I believed came true, and so I was very nice to walk out of there as the winner in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. Paul Heyman by my side. We added another piece to the puzzle the following Monday with Braun Breaker, and now we've got the past, present, and future of the industry in tow, and we're ready to take over the world this year.
Yeah, I mean, you are you're the man.
I am the man, man. I am the man.
Well, look, Seth, the man.
Oh, well, the man's my wife.
Okay.
Let's get that straight.
Let's get it twisted now.
The man is Becky Lynch, but for the purposes of this conversation, I will be the man. Yeah, no, she came back night 2, won the tag team championships with Lyra Valkyria, and then beat the bejesus out of Lyra for losing them the following night. Don't know exactly what's going on there. We'll hear from her on Monday, I'm sure, on Raw on Netflix. But as for now, for me, I feel good, man. I feel in great shape, in great condition, primed to make the run of my life.
Well, with all due respect to Paul Heyman, we have our own wise man here on the set, T.J. Jefferson, along with O'Shea Jackson Jr., host No Contest Wrestling on Rich Eisen Podcast Network. And TJ, this was on March 24th, so 2 weeks prior to WrestleMania?
About almost 4.
Almost 4 weeks. Okay, very good. This is what he had to say in predicting about what was going to happen. Check it out.
Let me make a little WrestleMania prediction. I think
it's Monday.
Something that would set the world on fire. Who's the one guy that the wise man, Paul Heyman, has not been an on-air manager / advocate / wise man for out of those 3 men?
No, Seth.
What if at WrestleMania 41, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, Wonder Twin powers, activate? What if?
What if?
What if indeed?
job,
What
TJ.
if indeed?
job.
Now I gotta ask, what led you down that path? What was it? Was it just pure what could happen? I want to see the chaos unfold. Or was there something that led you there? Was there a hint that
There
might have been
wasn't.
dropped?
So just to clear it up, because we posted this on our Instagram, right?
Okay.
And we just said, "Hey, TJ called this," and of course, now everybody knew it was happening, right? But this, Seth, was 2 weeks before you told Paul he owed you a favor.
Ah,
That was May 24th. You said he owed you a favor on April 7th.
wow.
What made me think it? I've watched way too much wrestling in my life. I've sit there and fantasy book when I've got nothing to do. And it literally, when you were on our set that day, you were on the show.
Oh,
if
nice.
you recall, I told you, and you were like, "Oh, you have a prediction?" And I was like, "I'll save it."
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to say it in case I was right, and then have your face give something away. So I was like, I'll save it. But it just made sense. It made sense because we've already seen him with those two. We've never seen him with you. And I thought, man, and I said something that would set the wrestling world on fire. And you said, burn it down's my thing. And I was like, that's why I said
There
it.
you go. I mean, look, here's the deal. It was, if you follow the food crumbs, if you look back at the last 2 months, you could probably figure it out. You know, you could see it. You could see it. And I think the writing was on the wall. I mean, it made perfect sense to me. And it was a partnership waiting to happen because, you know, CM Punk's supposedly this guy's friend, but he's
Best friend.
leveraging his friendship to get a favor, to get what he wants, which is, you know, this main event at WrestleMania and to have him in his corner. And then Roman Reigns, supposedly they're, you know, as thick as thieves, but Roman Reigns left Paul Heyman to get destroyed by his family and never apologized for 2 seconds. So I go, you know, if Roman takes the wise man, then Punk's going to eat him alive. And if Punk takes the wise man, Roman's going to go after Paul Heyman. I was really the only solution, and I told Paul Heyman as such, and here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
So is this a long-lasting relationship?
This is a business relationship, and that's the thing that's the beauty of it. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but you got the two greatest minds in the history of our industry coming together to create and push forward for the future of our industry. Roman Reigns ain't around enough. CM Punk's not reliable enough. I am both of those things. And Paul Heyman is dedicated to this industry. He will always do what is best for business. And so will I. And so I think that is a nice arrangement, you know, and I'm smarter than those two, Punk and Roman. So I'm not worried about any betrayals or any chaos like that. We've got this thing dialed in. I'm very excited to see where it leads us.
All right. So in terms of business, we saw the Bears do some business last night. You're going to love Colston Loveland. Tonight, what's the pick for the Bears tonight?
Bears have 2 picks tonight.
So which one are you going to do? Both?
So I'm not sure. I'll
Okay, we don't know
do
yet.
both if they'll let me. But,
You're available.
I'm not sure which one I have.
Okay.
They're both within the top 15 picks, I think.
So stay tuned.
39 and 41.
Okay.
There you go.
7th and
Now,
9th.
if it's 2 apart, you
So
should
bang, bang. I can do them
just
both.
stand
Just
out
keep
there.
you there.
What,
Why not?
who's 40th overall? Who's 40th overall?
Saints.
Okay, so you just stand over the Saints pick, right? You
do
just you stare them down. Don't leave the stage.
Problem.
You know, just don't leave the stage.
I
That'll
don't
be great. So then there's that. And then epic weekend of back-to-back events in Los Angeles for WWE. Saturday, June 7th, Worlds Collide at the Kia Forum. And then Money in the Bank down the street at the all-new Intuit Dome.
That's going to be nuts.
That will be nuts. WWE.com/LA for more information. And then July 16th and 17th, Seth Rollins will be guest hosting the Rich Eisen Show. Yes. I'm a man of my word.
You
okay?
are.
You know, all the members of the tribe in your life, the wise man and me, we are men of our words. Okay. So I said, hey, if you want to get into sports TV,
Let's do it.
and you did Good Morning Football, and then you came on the set. I'm like, do you want to do this show? You're like, absolutely. July 16th and 17th.
Mark it on your calendars, folks.
Do it. Go.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. It's going to be the Seth Rollins show.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Well, here's what we should do. We should put the wraparound glasses on the running man.
Oh, you know Smith will make a logo for him that'll be
We'll make a
incredible.
logo for it.
There we go.
You'll get-
Okay.
This is about the branding.
Let's
it's
do
about
it.
the branding.
Let's brand the whole thing,
Got
man.
The whole drill.
We could get a.
Oh my God! It's already done. Wait a minute.
There it is. Nice. No, we just,
man.
You just get me spray painted over that big blue. That'd be nice. You know what I mean?
This show's never seen that much hair, ever.
I heard you putting over my man bun earlier. So
No. It's I'm very I'm psyched. Everybody's psyched.
It's going to be fun.
I'm gonna be leaning on y'all. All right.
That's what we're here for.
You guys.
Got you, baby.
I'm here for everything, Seth. You know, if you and the wise men need someone who sits in front of a microphone 15 hours a week to help get your story, everything you need out there, just,
hey,
I'm here, and we live close to each other.
That's true. Right down the street. We can figure it out. We'll see how this relationship between me and the wise man evolves. We might need some extra players.
Okay. I'm just saying I'm here. I'm looking for a slow yes instead of a quick no, is all I'm saying.
By the way, that's words
I can do that.
You've been living your entire life that way.
Pretty much how I've got to this seat, to be honest.
Jefferson, everybody. Seth, have a great time tonight, man.
Yeah,
Always great to see you.
Yeah, I love it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.